Hello there. I made a few more additions to this little RPG game I'm making. Actually, quite a bit. So let me go into play really quick. So first thing you can see is that I've got a weapon on the back. This is just going to be, every player is going to have a big gun like this. This is just a placeholder model right now. It's got a little glow effect to it too. If I go into the menu, first you'll see that I put a little character image right here. It's kind of low quality. I don't know if I can make it better quality, but I just wanted to see if I could do it because that would be kind of nice. And I made some updates to the mods page. So you can see mods now have icons with colors associated with them, and I can set the colors to whatever I want, but I'm thinking I'm going to have them tied to like what kind of mod it is, if it's like attack, some kind of funky special thing, a defense related one. And then there's a little preview image here. This is also just a placeholder. I'll probably make my own custom image to look like whatever the weapon finally looks like. And there's not going to be like multiple weapons, it's just one weapon everybody shares, but as you can see, as I change which mods are equipped, it changes the tint of the weapon by averaging the colors of the attached mods. It looks a lot brighter on the actual weapon itself because it's got the neon material. Also, when no mods are equipped, normally that would turn black, but I have a default color set, so when no mods are equipped, it'll turn white instead because I think that's a bit more fitting. And yeah, basically say if you had like a whole bunch of attack mods equipped and then like a couple of defense mods, then your weapon would probably have more of a reddish tint with a little bit of purple in there. So I have also added perma mods. If I just actually, let me see, what level am I at currently? Level 2. I don't think I have a set level command set, so I'm just going to grind a few battles. Let me just attack. And this should do 2 damage because I have the damage mod equipped. Yep. So another thing that I've added is perma mods, which are mods that you can equip without spending mod points. And these are acquired by leveling up to max level or whatever level that I've set, which currently is 5, and then doing a rebirth. And when you rebirth, you get to pick one of your current mods that you have and basically turn it into a perma mod. So then you can play the game in a sort of new game plus way with more mods. I've just got to grind up to level 5 really quick here so I can actually do the rebirth. Gonna take a couple more battles, I think. Yep, 2 more. Should have given myself more mods. I can also give myself perma mods, but I want to show the rebirth system first. Why do I keep getting super worms? Alright, and that should be enough experience to level up to level 5. So now that I'm at level 5, if I go to the settings menu and click rebirth, it gives me a little pop-up, and I can like close the pop-up. If I close the menu with the pop-up up, then it automatically closes the pop-up. And you can see it tells me to select a mod to make permanent and confirm. I can hit confirm and it'll tell me I need to select a mod first, so you have to have at least one mod to rebirth. If I wasn't a high enough level, there would be a different message that would appear here. So let me select the damage bonus mod, and as you can see, I can only select one. I hit confirm, and now all of my stats have reset to level 1. But I have a permamods mod, and you can see it's already equipped. What happens is basically the mod just gets shifted from one list into the other, meaning because I already had this mod equipped, it also is already equipped as a permamod, but it's not taking up mod points up here. And I can just equip it as much as I want. Also, oddly, my weapon is still set to attack. That looks like it's a bug, because this should be set to white since permamods don't influence the color of your weapon. I'll have to change that. So when you, yeah, I'll just have to update the player's weapon tint when you rebirth. Easy fix. So another thing I did is add the bestiary. And it actually resets when you rebirth as well, because I'm planning on having rebirth be tied to maximum level. By the time you reach that, you'll probably have already found most of the enemies anyway, so rebirth is a way for you to sort of start over, but it also resets your bestiary. So yeah, currently there's no image or enemies unlocked, but if I get into a battle really quick, and actually let me go and give myself, actually I can just use the attacks for it. Say I found this worm here, I can do my basic attack, and that should just take the enemy out in one swoop. And then if I go back to the bestiary, you'll see I have worm unlocked now. This one still hasn't been found, and you'll notice there's a few different images here that I haven't found yet either. The way the bestiary works is whenever you first fight an enemy, it gets added to the bestiary, and you will have like a little description, a name, but the images for the enemy tie to like different status effects that have been applied to it, and you have to actually see those images in battle for them to be added to the bestiary. So not only do you need to collect each enemy, but also each image of each enemy as well. And I might change this so that I think I probably should add a config value so you can set true or false as to whether or not you want the bestiary to reset upon rebirth. I'll probably set it to false, honestly, because I'm starting to think that this is something you wouldn't want to reset upon rebirth, but yeah. So bestiary is set up, it all works, and it's fully data driven, meaning it just pulls information from the enemies that you have defined in game. So there's no additional things you need to define other than just filling out the description values for the actual enemies. And it can even intelligently detect how many images there are for each enemy. So like if the super worm, which it has the same images as the worm, but say the super worm didn't have a petrified image, it wouldn't be in the list here, and there would only be 2 images instead of 3. Of course, here there's none because I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've done so far. I'm thinking next I've got to get NPC interactions added, and I need to add like quests and shop type stuff tied to the NPCs. So a way for you to actually get mods in game without just using a command to get them. And let's see, I've also got to add a ranking system for the PvP arena, which is going to be pretty simple. I don't expect that to be too difficult. And I think, well, actually, I'm not sure. The ranking system could be difficult, but I'll figure something out. I might make that a later in development thing. But yeah, I'm getting pretty close to having most of the main mechanics of this game finished. I'm going to need to start figuring out what the actual content is going to be and how to do things like fancy animations and sound effects for battles and stuff to actually make them look nice and not just be super bare bones. But I'm really happy with how this project's turning out right now. I'm pretty excited to see where it goes. So yeah, thank you for watching.